All right, day 5. Talk about the tech like you love it. I have used different technologies through the years, before my career and after career. At first I started using Windows computers because it's given, if you are not rich, it's given that you start with Windows computers. But I'm very grateful for these days because I learned a tons amount of information thanks to Windows, and also I appreciate them making it free. I mean, not requiring activation, even you can use it. And we already cracked it, even though it doesn't require activation. Sometimes I believe it limited functionalities that you can do. Then I switched to Linux to explore, to see what is there, why a lot of people are talking about Linux. And I got very good at it. I like to automate my workflows and working with, especially with keyboards, without reaching to mouse. I hate when I need time to reach mouse, because whenever I need to reach mouse, it means that it's gonna slow me down 1 second or 2 seconds. From a side you can say that, oh, what are you gonna do with this 1 or 2 seconds? But it's also exhausting. My brain just switches context. Whenever my hands are on my keyboard, oh sorry, it's too windy today. Whenever my hands are in the keyboard, my brain doesn't switch and it's just using muscle memory. But when I'm just switching to mouse, I have to just track with my eyes to see where a pointer goes. So my brain doesn't do automatic stuff. Then I switched to starting Linux and I learned typing with 10 fingers without looking at the keyboard. It's called 10-finger typing. Then I learned Vim and started using Vim. Then I switched to Vim motions in JetBrains IDEs and VS Code. So Vim motion is also one of the things that I love. I could say that I couldn't live without it, because really I got used to it. But in the beginning it was very difficult to get used to. Imagine at first I am doing my day job and I'm doing it with Vim and with my 10 fingers. But still my hands didn't get used to it, so it slowed me down a lot. Then along the way I saw that I needed some programs like Adobe programs. But since not a lot of people use Linux, Adobe doesn't produce Linux builds for these programs. I thought, oh, getting MacBook would be a better option. It was the time that I started working remotely. And I got a MacBook. And M series started producing at that time newly. So I got a MacBook Pro M2 Max. And for me it was just Linux and Windows at the same time. Actually it's better than Windows. It's very stable. Now I understand why people love MacBook. It's very, very stable. And then I started switching all my gears to Apple gears. I bought a lot of things. At first I changed my phone to iPhone. Before I was using Android. Then I bought AirPods in Apple language. And also I bought now I realize when someone looks at me, I say it was the first time. Then I bought my Apple Watch, which I hate. So today I have to talk about the one technology that I like. It would be Apple AirPods. I have used different AirPods in my Samsung phone, Samsung's earbuds and other earphones with wire, but none of them come quite to the quality of Apple AirPods. Apple, by saying quality, what I mean is in Apple AirPods there is a functionality called transparent. When I use transparent, so I listen what I'm listening to, and also I hear I hear the outside, my ambience, my surroundings. I can hear that, and also it doesn't give me the awkward feeling of other earbuds, which whenever I wear, I feel tired in my. I feel as if something is in my temple or something like that. But Apple AirPods definitely doesn't give me that. So what I hate about Apple technology is this Apple Watch. Even I used it as a trade-in when I buy a new iPhone 17 for my wife for just very cheap price, because I wanted to get rid of that technology. I don't find it useful. I don't see any use. I've been just putting it in charger and taking it, so what? And getting notifications on my hand. It was the only feature that maybe useful, but I'm not sure about if it's useful or not, because it can be distracting as well. You get all the notifications in your mind. So one of the best technology that I like is Apple's AirPods. Apple AirPods Pro Gen 2 is what I mean. So I'm getting closer to my office. So this is my new office building that we moved from our old office to this one. So for now, let's sign out. I will keep recording vlogs day as well. See ya.